and ready for the event.
Now, as it said, speech has power, and its power lies in the ability to connect, influence, and inspire. So, we appreciate the school for giving us such a chance. The first at senior high, as we witness a group of our talented boys and girls as they take the podium, ready for us to prove their eloquency in speech. So at this point, just a reminder to the participant. Remember the saying that, please ensure you stop speaking before the audience stop listening. Meaning that, let your speech be captivating to the audience, and don't allow us to stop listening and yet you are speaking. All the best. May the best have it for the day. Before we start, Mrs. Sharma, our head of school, let's welcome her as she comes to address the audience. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are all assembled here to witness, to watch Elocution competition as written behind. What is elocution? Miss Margaret has just said, skill to make a clear speech, an expressive speech, how distinct your pronunciation is, how expressive you are. That's all about elocution. So we thought, let's create a competition for students. These are the students from A levels or B.Tech who are very soon going to join university, and there will be many opportunities and chances for them to make a presentation, to stand before an audience and talk. You may have the content, you may have prepared the content, everything is written on a paper, but you're not able to speak. So it is an opportunity to practice and to have that experience, how it feels when you talk in front of an audience. You may be ready with the content, you may not be ready with the content, but do you have that skill that if you are given a small topic, you can talk on that topic for a minute? It all comes with, of course, some experience. It all comes with how well aware you are about current affairs. The topic can be related to anything. So this is for the first time we are doing this. Let's see how it comes up. We may face some challenges, but because it is our first time, so we all are trying our best to plan. Mr. Nyaga and Miss Margaret have planned it very well, and I am very confident it's going to be a very interesting competition. So let's enjoy together. We listen to our participants. Let's see how they present. And we have the judges. It's going to come up. We are going to come up with a winner. And let's see who wins, who takes the trophy. Wish you all the best, participants of today's elocution competition. Have a good time. Thank you.
So today it's not going to be very different, but we are going to have this occasion in terms of class competition. Now we have our participants here. Of course, the MCs are going to introduce them. But first of all, the nitty-gritties. Now we are going to have some rules here for the house, or for the competition. Number one, do you know the topics, participants? Do you know? All right, the topics are very interesting. You don't need to get worried. So, the topics, somebody is going to project them for around 1 minute, so don't worry. But like I said in the morning, you don't know which topic you are going to pick because they are random. Those topics are here. They are here. So as you go to the stage, you are going to pick one paper. You can open it as you go through the stairs. Then when you reach there, the MCs are going to settle you down. And then you are going to be required to speak fluently, eloquently, for minimum of 1.5 minutes. You can exceed a bit, 2 minutes. But when you reach 2 minutes, there is going to be some warning from our timekeeper. He's there. He's going to be introduced. All right. Now, apart from that, you can be prompted. I know it's the first time. It's not very easy to speak here. That's why I'm requesting the audience, you remain very silent. It's not easy, in particular on a topic that you don't know. So you can be prompted if you get stuck, but you are being prompted at the expense of losing a few marks on what I explained in the morning, on fluent speaking, which is carrying around 10 marks. Okay. At the end of the session, the judges will come out with the best speaker in year 12, year 13, and the best overall speaker. So kindly, I'm requesting you, we give our participants enough time and conducive environment. Now, going to the judges.
Okay. Now, for the first speaker from 12 BTEC, I'd like to invite Charan Kamal Singh. You'll start off by picking your prompt, and then you have 1.5 minutes to talk. So the topic chosen was, should marijuana be legalized for recreational use nationwide? So speaker, Charan Kamal.
Hello. Greetings, my name is Charan Kamal. I'm from BTEC, as you know, and today I'm going to be talking about the topic in relation to is, should marijuana be legal for recreational purposes? Well, first of all, you all know what marijuana is. It's a sort of intoxicant in a sense. So when you have it, it causes you to do things that you usually wouldn't want to do in the typical sense. So should that be legal? Now, I personally think that if you lose control after having a substance, it shouldn't really be legal because you're not doing it in your right mind, and you can do quite a few things when you're not in your right mind. So I would not want to make this thing legal because it could have so many negative effects. Even if you have it in a small amount, it still could affect you quite negatively. You would do things which you typically wouldn't do, as I said earlier. And that could lead to quite a few things. It could affect you in terms of your career. It could affect you in terms of family. You may even get addicted to it, even if you would somehow manage to control yourself. Some people wouldn't manage to control themselves if it was legal. So you may get addicted to it. You may keep on consuming it and do really bad things. So I would say that it should not be made legal. That's my take on it. My goal is to make you think about this topic as well. I wouldn't want to list things. I'm trying to talk my mind out. And I would like you guys to also think about this topic after this talk, because clearly it's an important topic. That's why the teachers have chosen it. So I would also want you to think about this topic as well. And with that said, I end my speech.
Next, I'd like to invite Manraj Singh from 12B. Okay, so his topic is, are social media platforms influencing political opinions too much?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manraj Chada. You might know me, you might not, but I'm sure you do. I'm from class 12A. And the topic at hand today is, are political decisions affected too much by social media? So I'll start you off by saying this, that political decisions should not at all be affected by social media. Why do I say this? It's because social media, everyone has free will to post whatever they like, right? You can post a picture of yourself, you can post hate speeches against everyone else or the leader. And honestly, if you're basing your decision off what people think, people's opinions can be wrong. People can be wrong. And I don't think the general demographic is qualified enough to make a decision on whether I don't think the general public is qualified enough to make a decision on a political standfront. I believe that it's pretty invalid for the public to be able to make such decisions, or for the government to base the decisions of public. Yes, I agree that you might say that demonstrations that have occurred previously in Kenya have influenced decisions made by the government, but I'd believe that what did those demonstrations cause? They wreaked havoc. The parliament was broken into. The public went extreme, right? Now, we don't want such things to happen, so we shouldn't allow the general public to make political decisions, or rather for the politicians to base the decisions of public viewpoints on social media. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, we have Adrian Otieno from 12C. Can we have a round of applause? So his topic is, are grades a good indicator of intelligence? Okay. You may start when you're ready.
Okay, so grades. They can be and they cannot be a good indicator of intelligence. And I think that's because intelligence, what I think, is that it is of a wide spectrum, a wide variety of kind of intelligences. So we have we can call them, okay, sorry. We can give an example of street smart, book smart, emotional intelligence, like we learned a few days ago. I don't remember when. We can also have various kinds. And to think that you can basically measure all that by looking at what someone got in academic performance, it's a bit of a shallow-minded way of doing things. It can help, especially at this stage of education, where we are tested on various skills academically. So you can look at grades as a good parameter. But at the same time, you're going to have to really study a person. What are their skills? What are their experiences? Various things. So I think it is a good indicator to some extent. To some extent, it can test how good is your memory. It tests how good is this intelligence I'll call this intelligence common sense. I'll say common sense and another one. So with common sense, it tests on basically, are you able to pick out obvious general things that are right there that maybe someone else couldn't see, because they say that common sense is not common to all. So it tests that. It also tests how good are you at time management, which can be an indicator of intelligence. It can also test, the list goes on and on and on and on. So it's a very complex thing to ask. Oh, actually, yes, I've got a good idea now. Grades, they can be a good indicator of a specific kind of intelligence. But since, even as the prompt has specified, we are looking at general intelligence and not the broader view. So with the examples that I probably haven't well explained, there are various kinds. So you really have to look at which kind of intelligence are we testing. Emotional intelligence, you're not getting that from grades, and the other kinds. Maybe looking at memory, looking at creative thinking, looking at problem solving, definitely that can help. But intelligence, it requires various kinds of tests. IQ tests, testing people under pressure, like I'm being done right now. The ability to do various things. That's what we call intelligence, okay? So basically that's it. You can judge intelligence of a person by their grades, but it's only one or maybe a few kinds of intelligence, but not all of them, because intelligence is like a very broad spectrum. So grades is not enough. Thank you very much.
Okay, so he picked the question, are esports real sports? You can start
hi guys.
already.
My name is Ethan Thomas from 13 BTech. My topic is esports are real. No, let's just come, you guys. So, what are sports? Sports are activities played by everyone. Like Elvis, for example, you play football, you swim. What do you play? Ball again. You play ball. Shanika, what do you play? No, what do you play? Shanika, what do you play? Yeah, have time, don't worry. So sports, okay, people play sports, right? But I don't think esports are actual sports. Because there's things like PES, FIFA, such things. I don't think those count as sports because they're not really physical and all that. There's also aspects like they don't really require much stamina and all that. So me personally, I don't think it is a sport compared to what other people think. So yeah, I have a question for you. Do you think esports are actual sports though, sir?
They are,
What makes you think so?
because they are called sports.
But also badminton is a sport but takes more toll than esports. It's not sitting at home playing on a controller just sweating out, if you think about it like that. Because there's different aspects to it. There's the physical aspect and there's the outside aspect of guy sitting at home just playing at all. So I don't think it's a sport to me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a unique take on esports. Once again, audience, you will be given a chance to talk as well, so don't worry. Now I'd like to invite Joseph Tinde from 13A. His topic is, are single-gender classrooms more effective than co-ed classrooms? You may start when you're ready.
Okay, my name is Joseph Tinde. The question I've been given is a bit, but it's okay. So based on what I feel like the effectiveness of single-gender classrooms is based on the individual, because I feel like, and then I also believe that co-ed classrooms can be effective because they allow you to interact and be in a classroom where that's like more or less like the real life situation, because obviously in real life you're not going to be alone, you're not going to be only guys and only girls. So being in a co-ed classroom allows you to grow in intelligence, both like literally because you're learning, and also it also gives you the opportunity to interact with obviously the opposite gender, so you can grow in emotional intelligence while also like learning in a cooperative system. Although like sometimes obviously like exemplified in the Kenyan system, we see that single gender classrooms tend to be used quite a bit, which is why you see male dominant schools and female dominant schools. And I feel like the reasoning behind that is, as I mentioned earlier, the focus aspect. And also, yes, a lot of the times it can cause distractions, but me personally, I feel like co-ed classrooms are better because they allow you to relate and learn with your peers in a more real life and realistic context, because obviously in real life you're gonna be together with the opposite gender. You're not gonna be only with guys and only with women. So yeah, that's what I believe. Thank you.
That was a nice speech. I'll now call Parag from 13C. Okay, Parag got the topic, is it better to have super strength or super intelligence? You can start when you're ready.
Now, super strength versus super intelligence. Two varying sides of contrast. One side you can imagine it, super strength, someone who's going to the gym regularly, has big muscles, biceps built, quadriceps built, calves built. On the other hand, you have super intelligence. This is the kind of person that doesn't need to read the books. He's the kind to sit in your class, one explanation, and he understands everything. You don't need to repeat for him. Now, if we compare the two, what do I think is better? Personally, I think super intelligence is better. How about we have this, a super intelligent person versus a super strength person. If they were to go up in a fight, okay, let's take a fight first. You think, oh, the super strength person, one knock and he's gone. But maybe, just maybe think about the tactics used by the super intelligence person. He would block, he would avoid. He may know some moves from wherever it is, be it Instagram, be it TikTok. He would know some moves. But then, also imagine, if he knows these moves, don't you think one punch, maybe somewhere critical, somewhere that can really hurt the super strength person? It's you don't train all parts of the body. So one critical move and the super strength person is gone. Move to the other side. In terms of books, I think it's obvious. In terms of street smartness, it's very obvious. It's the super intelligent person. It's not only intelligence in terms of books, it's intelligence in terms of street smart. If you go out there, how do you talk to people? How do you interact with the people? The super intelligent person will know what he's supposed to do, how he's supposed to talk to the people, and just how to overall interact. So that's why I think it's better to have super intelligence over super strength. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So now we'll switch back to year 12s. So spontaneous. I'd like to call Darius Dillon from 12C. His topic is, should social media platforms be held accountable for their users? You may start when you're ready.
Should social media platforms be held accountable for their users? I'm just going to say, no, they should not. The most simple thing that we have to look at here is the platform is not in control of what the users do. Yes, sure, your platform may be marketed to some interesting individuals. Take Threads and take X. Just two very good examples of platforms with very interesting user bases on them. However, we cannot blame X and we cannot blame Threads for being the reasons that they have such radical users who say anything that they think of. Whatever comes to mind, anything that's there is just immediately put on the platform. You can't exactly blame the higher-ups at X or at Threads for being in charge of what these users are doing on the internet. Plus, everyone has their own say, everyone has their own take, everyone is accountable for their own actions. We can't just make it so that a select few number of people working in an office who possibly do not know you are the people in charge of what you say on the internet. They're the ones held accountable. Sure, you may say protection of children and just generally anyone else who doesn't want to engage with such content, but, that is not how that simply just should not work like that. And with that being said, I feel that social media platforms cannot be held entirely accountable for their users. Thank you.
Okay, that was a good speech. I'll now call Jaskirat from 13D. Okay, Jaskirat got the question, should pineapple be on pizza?
Hi guys, my name is Jaskirat Singh from 13C. So, should pineapple be on pizza? No. Because the authentic Italian style of making a pizza includes tomatoes, cheese, capsicums, onions, and other vegetables. Now when you're adding a fruit inside, are you okay? It's actually the most retarded behavior I've seen in my life. Like, you're trying to taste cheese and dough and nice, it's supposed to melt in your mouth, but then you have pineapple, guy. It's not only about the Italian style. I've never seen a country identifying their pizza with pineapple on it. I think it's not a good thing. And even apart from the countries, I would 100% agree that if I put a poll on Instagram, 90% of people like their pizza without pineapple. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Joseph Kenga from 30. His topic is nuclear energy is the cleanest, most efficient option.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph Kenga. Okay, my topic it's a good topic. Should nuclear energy be considered the best source of energy? So firstly, nuclear energy is not a renewable source of energy, but it does not lead to the emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. So that's an added advantage, so reduce global warming. So it helps fight the problem to do with climate change. So another point, renewable nuclear energy is also good it's good in advancements in medicine. So I've seen that nuclear energy is used in treatment of cancer, using chemotherapy and others. Nuclear energy is, to be honest, nuclear energy is not renewable, so there's a bit of a disadvantage there because it can run out, because it comes from elements such as it comes from elements that can be depleted once they are mined. Another disadvantage of nuclear energy is that it's being abused by leading powers in this world for wars and the like. And so it can cause catastrophic impacts and many deaths. Yeah, thank you.
That was a good speech on a very technical topic. I'll call Wangari from 12E now. Okay, she got the topic, is poverty a state of mind? You may start.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Wangari Mumbi, and my topic is poverty a state of mind? Now, I would like to say that poverty is a state of mind, because if you believe you're broke, you're just gonna believe you're broke. Like, there's nothing you're gonna do about it. You understand? Like, once you have the rich mindset, you're gonna work hard towards being rich. But now when you believe you're poor, you're gonna believe that there's nothing much you can do about it. Like, that's just the way it is. And I would like to say that that's a very bad mindset to have. Like, everyone over here should have a rich mindset, because it pushes you to work harder, especially in school, get good grades, so you get a good job, and then, you're able to earn money from that. But like, when you have a poverty mindset, it's like you just putting your potential down, and like you're basically not like believing in yourself. So yes, I would like to end by saying poverty is a state of mind.
Now, next up, I'd like to invite Elvis Wasonga from 13E. Okay, his topic is art is less important than science in society. You may begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon, school. My name is Elvis from 13E, and my topic today is art less important than science in society? Okay, so I think in like every argument that everyone may have, there's obviously various disadvantages and advantages to them. But in my opinion, I think that science is more important than art in society. This is because I think in every single aspect of life, or at least everything you do in your everyday basis, there's science applied to it. Now, me personally, I've never really been a science person. I dropped sciences in, I think, like year 9. So I've never really enjoyed science. But if I had to get, like, which one I'd enjoy more, it would obviously be science. Because, like, science is interesting. Like, there's science behind everything. Like, just imagine how you may kick a ball to a wall or something. Like, you have to calculate different speeds, different angles and things like that. But for art, I feel like art is just drawing. I'm not trying to disrespect art people, but I think it's just less applied in today's society. So I wouldn't really say that it's more important than science, I guess. Thank you.
His question is ketchup a smoothie or a juice?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jethro Kotian. I'm from class 12B, and I'll be presenting on is ketchup a smoothie or a juice. So first off, I'd like to say that ketchup is a smoothie because it's quite thick and it has a lot of density compared to a juice. A juice is quite watery and it's quite tasty compared to a smoothie. And alongside that, a smoothie may be quite tasty at times, and a ketchup is tasty because you have it with chips and pizza. But honestly speaking, I never thought that ketchup would be any of these. Like, can you ever think of ketchup being a juice? Because ketchup is quite...
Now I'd like to invite Nisag Maru from 12F. His topic is, are celebrities entitled to complete privacy? You may begin.
My name is Nisag Maru, and I'll be talking about whether celebrities are entitled to complete privacy or not. So let's start by defining who a celebrity is. A celebrity is a person who has made a professional career in entertainment, whether it be sports, music, or acting, all right? Or we can also have someone who's a political figure. So now, do these guys deserve privacy, or are they entitled to privacy? Honestly, I feel so. Because you see, whenever you go out into an event, having all of this paparazzi come all over you and then start taking all photos of you, it's not a good photo. As much as it's good for your PR, it isn't a good thing at all, especially for yourself. Because imagine walking through a bunch of flashing, just non-stop pictures being clicked, and you can't see a thing, because the only thing that you're seeing is just you being flashed at, all right? But in on a serious note, celebrities they're completely entitled to the privacy because they at the end of the day they're humans just like us. All right, they have their own personal lives and they also have kids and they also have families, and of course this privacy applies to them as well. All right, so whenever we are talking about privacy for celebrities, we can also talk about Princess Diana, for example, who was walking through non-stop paparazzi, and it really bothered her a lot. And there was no other privacy for her kids. So whenever privacy is in question for celebrities, I believe they are entitled to it completely. Because as much as it's good for, as much as PR is good for you, having a private life and having anyone not knowing what your business is, it's a good thing. So thank you.
His question is, AI is a threat to intellectual integrity.
Good evening, school. My name is Bill. The question was, is AI a threat to intellectual integrity? Personally, I do think it is, because with the coming up of AI, people are being with the coming up of AI, people have been relying on it too much as compared to back in the day, where people will do a lot of research, a lot of work to get what they want to get. Right now, you're just like a search away. Like, you won't have the experience of researching through papers, through documents in order to find your answers. But now, when you have AI, you can just search your prompt and you get your answer. Personally, I don't think that's really good as of now, because in the future, there'll be people needed with research skills in order to like achieve better inventions. But with AI, you're not able to do that because it's just all in front of you. There are no creative decisions being made. You're always going back to the searches and yeah.
Thank you. Now, next, the last representative from year 12, we have Sandra Waitira from 12G. Her topic is, what makes a good student? You may begin, Waitira.
Okay. I think a good student is something that's subjective. It really depends on the person. You know, each of us are individuals and we're so diverse. So being a good student means everything, and it's something extremely personal. But in general, I feel like a good student should be someone who is decent in the academics, as in, even no matter what grade they get, they should show that they work very hard for the results that they got. Someone who is ever wanting to grow, someone who wants to learn, someone who looks forward to coming here just so they can expand their knowledge and to expand their perspectives. Additionally, I feel like a good student is someone who throws themselves at any opportunity that may present itself. Like, for example, here, public speaking, extracurricular activities such as sports, clubs, building the community, voluntary service and whatnot. I think a good student is someone who feels driven to do all of those things. And finally, a good student is someone who should respect the rules and respects authority and also respects the institution, because, not everyone has an opportunity to go to school. There are people who want education so bad, but they're being deprived of that right. So when we respect everyone, when we respect our teachers, when we respect each other, and we're orderly, we follow the rules, I feel like that is what it's a reflection of how we appreciate the opportunity and the chance to be here. Thank you.
That was also a really good speech. I'll now call Shanika from 13.
Last speaker for the afternoon. So thank you so much, audience, for being a good audience. Now to break the monotony, I'd like to invite
the school band for a short presentation.
You've been here 7 years longer than me. Don't you know you're supposed to be the best? The better comparison to who you think you can. You always wanna talk it through. I don't care. I always have to comfort you, but I'm there. But that's what I need you to do. Stroke my head. Feel like a lady, and you're my lady boy. You should be stronger than me, but instead you're walking in frozen turkey. Why'd you always put me in control? All I need is for my hand to live up to this role. Always wanna talk it through. I'm okay. Always have to comfort you every day. But that's what I need you to do. Are you gay? 'Cause I'm down lost joy. Feel like a lady, and you are my lady boy. Thought you had so many lessons to learn. I said you don't know what nothing's got a grip. 'Cause I'm never with your mother anytime. I just wanna grip your body over mine. Feels like a lady, and you're my lady boy. You should be stronger than me. You should be stronger than me. You should be stronger than me. You should be stronger than me.
Two speakers from your team. Hopefully you guys will volunteer and we won't be forced to pick. Okay? So we have the first video.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Yeah, straight to the point because of time. It has been a good afternoon. These guys have done a fantastic job. I think in my history class, there's something we call intellectual clubs. So can we appreciate all the speakers who came to the stage here by giving them, no, not like that, not like that. Open your hands like this. We go only 3 times without any interruption. Da, da, da. Okay, can we go like that? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Best public speaker, year 12, Nisag Maru. Nisag Maru? Where is he? Please stand up. Best public speaker, year 13, Parag Sahu. Okay, go on stage. Go on stage, please. Because we really want to appreciate you. Best overall speaker, Parag Sahu. And the competition was really tough between the year 12s and the year 13s, but obviously one must win. So the best class in public speaking, the year 2026, year 12. Can we appreciate the year 12s? I think, Mr. Nyaga, we can give now the trophies, and it's my pleasure to invite our principal, Mr. Sharma, to award the best class.
The best class. This one is not being awarded. They could have been clapped for the seat, then you call whoever to be awarded.
So
But you know they already
Okay, best overall speaker, our principal, Parag Sahu. Yeah, you can come on stage. Can we appreciate Parag Sahu? Thank you so much. And finally, the best class in public speaking, year 12. May I request our head of school, Ms. Sharma, to come on stage and award the year 12. And Nisag, you will receive that trophy on behalf of year 12. You've done a good job. May God bless you. Oh, they come.
12, yeah. Call the year 12 participants.
Corrected. Year 12 participants, please run on stage. We don't have much time. Participants from year 12, come on stage so that you can receive the trophy. Year 12, quickly. We don't have much time. You've done well.
Did you enjoy the activity? All right. Listen now before we release you. Hello, people at the back. Year 12s, people at the back. We had this competition and we have seen where we are going to make improvement as we move ahead next year. You will have another chance, year 12s, year 13s. That was your first and the last chance, but it's okay. You all did very well. Participants, you did well. Let's clap for them one more time. Now, it is not easy to talk in front of people. It is not easy to talk on the topic which you are given on the spot. And it's not easy to quickly think about at least 3 points what I'm going to talk on that topic. The topics you were given, some were very based on information. They were based on current affairs, and there were some of them were fun topic, like the catch-up. You heard the boy who talked about catch-up. It was so much fun to hear him. It was fun to hear Jaskirat. He was talking about pineapple on pizza. Yeah, that was to add fun into the whole activity. But there are those who spoke very well on the topic they were given. Manraj, you talk so much. What happened today? All right. Everything was done so well. Congratulations to all of you. Hope to see you again. Thank you. Have a good evening.